Fox 33 News Good Day, home of Super Bowl 54.
Coming up, another person has died following severe storms last weekend. And LSU prepares for a weekend of celebration after the Tigers win the 2020 National Championship. Good morning and welcome to the only local newscast on right now in the Arklatex. It's 8:01. I'm Jeanette Francine. Brad has the morning off. We're sending things straight over to meteorologist Jesse Kelly and the Weather Center. Severe weather this morning as roadways are slick and some even flooded, Jesse.
That's right, Jeanette. We have seen our fair share of rain over the last couple of hours, all courtesy to a cold front and also an uplevel disturbance well off towards the west. So those two features are combined together to give us lots of rain, primarily across the Interstate 20 corridor, although the axis of the rain is beginning to build more towards the north. Here across Shreveport-Bossier, still looking at some steady rain here or there. Temperatures right now are down to the upper 50s. Earlier this morning, we were into the 60s before the cold front. Now the front is now down towards the south of us. We've seen those winds very breezy still out of the east-northeast at 10 miles an hour with a temperature of 58 degrees. Radar is still showing lots of rain. You can see that the axis of the rain is now beginning to build more towards the north. So we're starting to see some heavy rain up towards Clarksville, seeing some light to moderate rain falling across Texarkana, even up towards Hope. The cold front is still working its way across the southern parts of the Arklatex. Haven't made its way yet down towards Center or Manning or Natchitoches, but it'll do so over the next couple of hours, and you too will begin to see the dense fog erode and the stage up for more showers and a few embedded thunderstorms. But you can see some of the heavy rains is pretty much still sitting over Interstate 20 or rebuilding more towards the north, so we'll keep an eye out for that over the next couple of hours. We still have a dense fog advisory for the southern edge of the region until 9 a.m. So another hour with that advisory, which does include Shelby County into Texas, Sabine and Natchitoches parishes into northwest Louisiana. Temperatures behind the front are into the 50s, and temperatures will fall very slowly over the next couple of hours. We'll see temperatures pretty much into the lower 50s later on this afternoon. We'll see nighttime lows into the 40s. So if your day planner shows temperatures into the 50s, lots of rain, we could see some heavier downpours and some of those stronger thunderstorms over the next couple of hours. Not expecting any severe weather like we saw last weekend, but we will see some steady rain off and on for the next couple of hours. But we'll see more rain as we get into your Friday night to the first part of Saturday. Give you the details about that and then some colder air later on in the show. Janae?
All right, Jesse, thank you. In our top story, the investigation continues this morning after a house fire claims the life of a man in West Cedar Grove. The fire broke out around 6:30 last night along David Drive. Firefighters say once they arrived, they were told by neighbors someone was still inside the home. They tried to save the man, but getting in wasn't easy or safe. In an update now, a fourth person has died as a result of the severe storms Friday night. Our Fox 33's Jenna Jordan spoke with family members who say Ira Jefferson was a school bus driver for 20 years and loved being involved in the community.
He was a man of God. He loved people. He a comedian.
This is what's left of the home Tracy Jefferson Jr. shared with his great-grandfather, Ira Jefferson. The building destroyed by the EF2 tornado that touched down in Houghton early Saturday morning.
We didn't know about the weather, but we already had a schedule. But I guess he got carried away about the Western.
Both men had plans to be away from home the evening of the storms. The younger Jefferson left and says the 87-year-old told him he was distracted by a favorite film on TV and didn't leave on time. He was home when the storm struck.
All last year he talked to me about him passing, and I told him stop talking about it. But we didn't know it was going to happen like this.
Tracy says his great-grandfather was discovered by a neighbor with extensive injuries. The Army veteran who fought for his country, having to fight for his life.
He had bleeding on the brain. He had a cut on his bottom leg. The glass went in there, and his finger, like half of it, got cut off.
But Tuesday night, Ira Jefferson passed away from those injuries. His 26-year-old great-grandson now planning to rebuild on the property, carrying on his great-grandfather's legacy.
He wanted me to be on this land with or without him.
That was Jenna Jordan reporting. As of this morning, funeral arrangements for Jefferson haven't been made. Heading to DeSoto Parish now, where a man pleads guilty to kidnapping and other crimes. The Caddo Parish DA's office says Thomas Ray Beard of Stonewall admitted he attacked and kidnapped his estranged wife in June of 2018. Beard admitted to tying her up with rope and zip ties, then threatening to kill her. He'll spend more than 14 years in prison. And police in Houghton need your help this morning to find who's responsible for stealing an ATM. The smash and grab took place around 5 a.m. Tuesday at the Pilot Travel Center on North Elm Street. Police say 3 men used a stolen truck to drive through the front doors and steal the machine. If you recognize anyone in this video, call the Houghton Police Department. In Fox Safety this morning, the Bossier Parish Sheriff's Office now has $14,000 more to help stop drunk driving. The funds come from a Louisiana Highway Commission grant. We're told money will be used to put more deputies on the streets who are looking for impaired drivers and people not using seatbelts.
Folks out here driving, whether it's driving under the influence of alcohol or maybe some type of legal or illegal drugs, we don't want them on the roadways, and this will enhance our efforts. So deputies can go out and do some additional patrols to get those impaired drivers off the roadway.
Money will also go towards setting up more DUI checkpoints throughout Bossier Parish. Well, yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. He would have been 91 years old. As Fox 33's Jay Jackson reports this morning, many people spent the day remembering his legacy right here in Shreveport.
The cornerstone of the civil rights movement.
He opened so many doors for the blacks.
Just being able to, do simple things, own a business.
The impact that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has decades later.
I have a dream.
From people right here in Shreveport. It was back in 1958 when Dr. King spoke in the city.
I have long wanted to come to Shreveport.
And on his birthday, the McLean brothers take a step back into the past.
And my dad said, I don't march. If someone puts their hands on me, Martin, there'll be at least 6 funerals. So King said, well, Mac, you stay here and pray for us.
C.E. and Azriel McLean were just children when their father met Dr. King, oblivious to the racism existing around them.
I remember going to a office building, and it was so hot, and we asked just for a glass and a swallow of water. Man ran us out with dogs.
King made his appearance at Old Galilee Missionary Baptist Church after being rejected by other churches. Rejected due to fear of white retaliation.
You had to have backbone, spine, courage, because those were dangerous times.
Even the deacons of the church advised the McLean's fathers from hosting Dr. King, but their father never faltered.
They burned our church down. He said, well, we'll just build another one.
Proud of that fearless legacy, especially as people remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Revolutions are not brought forth by the masses, just a handful of people.
That was Jay Jackson reporting there. Turning to Fox Community now, plans are coming together for a championship celebration for the LSU football team on LSU's campus in Baton Rouge. It'll take place Saturday and is free and open to the public. Things get underway at 11 a.m. outside LSU's School of Music. After the parade ends at the west side of Tiger Stadium, more celebrations will begin.
It's pretty exciting. A lot of people have been talking about it, but the parade, I think it'll be pretty cool to cap it off.
Oh, incredible. I'm very excited to participate in it. Hope everybody shows up. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, if the parade happens to rain out, the championship celebration will get moved inside the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. And because of that national championship win, today, all of the 65 Raising Cane's restaurants in Louisiana will give vouchers for a free box combo. Great news there for cane lovers. To find more information about this promotion, just head to our website, arclatexhomepage.com. Coming up, meteorologist Jesse Kelly has a full check of your forecast. And we take a look at the latest as the Senate is expected to formally accept the articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump today. Stay tuned.